Welcome back to Keep Up channel. Sarah McLachlan joins Jimmy Kimmel's comeback show after taking a stand against his Disney suspension. Sarah McLachlan was spotted arriving to tape an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, following the late-night host's nearly week-long suspension. The singer, 56, looked relaxed and upbeat as she waved to fans outside the El Capitan Theater, rocking a casual gray tee, dark jeans, oversized sunglasses, and chunky platform boots. She carried a drink in one hand and flashed a warm smile despite the recent controversy swirling around both herself and the ABC network. Tuesday's episode marked Kimmel's return to air after he was pulled off the schedule last week for making jokes about conservative activist Charlie Kirk's death, remarks that reportedly drew the ire of Donald Trump and sparked FCC complaints. McLachlan's appearance comes just 2 days after she abruptly canceled her much-anticipated performance at the Los Angeles premiere of Disney's Lilith Fair, building a mystery documentary. The star told the audience at the Ford Theater on Sunday night that she would not be taking the stage in protest of what she described as the muzzling of free speech. She and Jewel had been set to take the stage following the screening of the documentary celebrating the groundbreaking all-female music festival. But in a stunning moment at the event, McLachlan emerged not to sing, but to speak. "I know you're expecting a performance tonight, and I'm so grateful to all of you for coming, and I apologize if this is disappointing, but we have collectively decided not to perform but instead to stand in solidarity in support of free speech," she said. The crowd, packed with industry insiders, celebrities, and artists, erupted in cheers. Earlier in her remarks, McLachlan acknowledged the internal conflict she felt about attending the event at all in light of current events. "It's a gift for all of us to see this film, but also I've grappled with being here tonight and around what to say about the present situation that we are all faced with," she said. "The stark contraction to the many advances we've made watching the insidious erosion of women's rights, of trans and queer rights, the muzzling of free speech. I think we're all fearful for what comes next, and none of us know, but what I do know is that I have to keep pushing forward as an artist, as a woman to find a way through, because I see music as a bridge to our shared humanity, to finding common ground." McLachlan, who co-founded Lilith Fair in the late 1990s as a female-driven response to the male-dominated festival circuit, drew on that legacy of unity and resistance. "If Lilith taught me anything, it taught me there is a great strength in coming together to lift each other up instead of tearing each other down," she said. "So I really hope this documentary inspires everyone to continue to try and create positive change in your communities. Keep championing the causes you believe in with kindness and empathy because ultimately we're all in this together." A source confirmed to The Hollywood Reporter that McLachlan and Jewel had been slated for a surprise live performance at the premiere, but following Disney's indefinite suspension of Jimmy Kimmel, the two performers chose not to sing a note. "We have collectively decided not to perform," McLachlan declared plainly, without naming Disney but clearly referencing the corporation's current controversy. The cancellation unfolding after ABC, which is owned by Disney, suspended Kimmel over remarks he made on air about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The decision came after Nexstar and Sinclair, two of America's largest local TV station owners, announced they would not carry Jimmy Kimmel Live. In the wake of the controversy, on Monday, the ACLU and stars like Robert De Niro, Jane Fonda, Ben Affleck, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Hanks, and Meryl Streep signed an impassioned, open letter in solidarity with the host. The letter begins, "We the people must never accept government threats to our freedom of speech. Efforts by leaders to pressure artists, journalists, and companies with retaliation for their speech strike at the heart of what it means to live in a free country." Last week, Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air after the government threatened a private company with retaliation, marking a dark moment for freedom of speech in our nation. In an attempt to silence its critics, our government has resorted to threatening the livelihoods of journalists, talk show hosts, artists, creatives, and entertainers across the board. This runs counter to the values our nation was built upon, and our Constitution guarantees. We know this moment is bigger than us and our industry. Teachers, government employees, law firms, researchers, universities, students, and so many more are also facing direct attacks on their freedom of expression. Regardless of our political affiliation, or whether we engage in politics or not, we all love our country. We also share the belief that our voices should never be silenced by those in power, because if it happens to one of us, it happens to all of us. This is the moment to defend free speech across our nation. We encourage all Americans to join us, along with the ACLU, in the fight to defend and preserve our constitutionally protected rights. In total, more than 430 movie, TV, and stage stars as well as comedians, directors and writers added their names. Hours later, Disney announced that it was reversing the indefinite hiatus amid backlash to Kimmel's suspension. During his September 15 monologue, Kimmel said, "We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and with everything they can to score political points from it." Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.